Hey, good morning. You know, we're very blessed to live in a country where you and I matter, where we're celebrated for our individualism. So my haircut, yours, we're all different, and with those differences come differences in ideals, beliefs, values, and ideas, right? And when all of those come together, we become this melting pot that America is so proud to call itself. And I spent a good portion of my life trying to understand people and trying to listen to them, and their perspectives are different than mine, and I believe that their stories and their opinions deserve to be heard. And I believe that the government should work in this way also. However, in my speech, I'm going to tell you about Citizens United versus the FEC and how it pertains to us the upcoming election and Proposition 59. We have completely rewrote what it means to have a voice in the American system of politics, and I hope you will have an educated vote after my speech. I'll do this by first going over the origins of Citizens United with the Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act of 2002. Secondly, I will tell you about how Citizens United is currently affecting the American political system, that is with the elections, and how it has changed it from 2010. Thirdly, I'm going to tell you about how it pertains to us in the upcoming November election and Proposition 59. Okay, so first, the Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act of 2002. All the way back in 2002, the Congress passed the Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act of 2001, which was aimed at getting rid of two perceived evils within American politics, right? One of these was the use of soft money, which is unregulated donations that could be made to any campaign or to any candidate. And the second one was the use of issue ads. Issue ads are ads that are supposed to educate the public about what policy is, but they were actually used to constructing a negative view of a certain candidate that was up for office in that time. So what the Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act, or as we'll call it sometimes, the BCRA did was, one of the things that it did was that it prevented negative ads from being aired around 30 days before a primary election. We're fast forwarding back to 2008 now, where Hillary, the movie, a negative documentary on Hillary Clinton was going to be released around 30 days before the primaries. The Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act stopped this from happening, and in response to this, the conservative group Citizens United sued the BCRA, sued the FEC, which is the Federal Elections Committee. And they took it all the way up to the Supreme Court when a 5-4 decision, it was decided that yes, their First Amendment rights of freedom of speech had been violated, and this opened up a whole can of worms with the Citizens United, which leads me to how is it pertaining to American politics today. In American politics today, one of the biggest outcomes of Citizens United was the creation of super PACs. Super PACs are this special political action committee that can raise unlimited amounts of money for any candidate or campaign. Under the current law, the Supreme Court has stated that a $10 donation or a $10,000 donation have no moral correlation between who you support as a candidate. This results, the outcomes of this is that a few wealthy individuals are now able to give hundreds of thousands of dollars to a certain campaign, and they are better able to control who and what stays in office and for how long. This is terrible because it takes away the power from the people like you and I who can only donate $10 or $20 to any given campaign. So that was the effects, right? We're now taken to how it pertains to us with Proposition 58. Proposition 59, excuse me. In Proposition 59, it gives us a choice where a yes vote would tell our officials up in Sacramento that they should use any and all power, including amending the Constitution, in order to overturn Citizens United. And then a no vote was like, it discourages our state officials from using their power, including amending the Constitution, to overturn Citizens United. It's often easy to hear why we should overturn Citizens United. We need to get money out of politics. We need to, take away the corrupting influence of money out of politics. But here, the editorial board of the LA Times, in an article entitled "Proposition 59: Don't Amend the Constitution Over It," states that for the two following reasons, they are scared that they don't approve of the amending the Constitution. One of these reasons is because we're not entirely sure what the amendment would say. It just says that they're going to overturn Citizens United. But the thing is that we could virtually rewrite what it means to have free speech and what isn't. See, under the current law, money equals free speech, right? And we can rewrite that, but rewriting that could also imply what else and what else doesn't count as free speech, right? And secondly, the Citizens United was passed in a 5-4 decision, and with the upcoming presidential election, it's likely they're going to appoint a new judge, right? So it's likely that it'll get overturned anyway. So that's from the LA Times editorial board. You know, in my speech, I really hope that I gave you a good outlook on what Citizens United is and how it's affecting American politics currently and what we can do about it. I first did this by going over what the BCRA did, Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act 2001. Secondly, I'll tell you how it's pertaining to American politics as a whole right now. And thirdly, I told you about Proposition 59 and what we have within our power to do to overturn Citizens United. I care about my voice being heard, and I care about yours being heard, and I care about what the system does in general, and I hope that you vote in October. And that's it.